going on, Gamer Nation? My name is Mr. Studley, and today I'll be talking about something that I have wanted to discuss for the longest time. I'm talking like since 2012. Now, you already read the title of this video, so without further ado, Just Gaming presents... Since the conclusion of the epically disappointing Assassin's Creed 3, I have had one burning question in my mind. A question that I needed answered as soon as possible. Now, remember, this is my 2012 mind, so the answer to this question has already been given to some degree. So, bear with me, alright? My big question after the death of Desmond Miles was this.
Where are we going?
Now, Maluka's song aside, the lyrics said it all. Where are we going from here? What is the future of the future story? I mean, Desmond freaking Miles is dead. The prophesized hero, descendant of Altair, Ezio, and Connor, wielder of the Apple of Eden, slayer of girlfriends. Or, Lucy. You remember her, right? No? Just me? She was kinda hot. Character got screwed over? Yeah. So, the many-faced man himself was gone. Poof. Out of existence. His story had come to a close. Yay! He saved the world from the solar flare. The plot that had been building since the first game was over. Only it actually really wasn't. Let me explain. The conclusion we got, though shit, was for a plot that had only really started in the final moments of Assassin's Creed 2. What happened to the journey we'd begun through Assassin's Creed 1 and most of Assassin's Creed 2? Because from what I can tell, that story died with Desmond Miles. Now, it's been a while since we last explored those games, so I'm gonna give you a quick recap on exactly what story I'm talking about. William Miles did a pretty good job of recounting the events during the intro for Assassin's Creed 3, so I'm gonna focus on a piece he said.
Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days.
So, right there is what I wanted to focus on, what William Miles just said. We're trying to free the minds and bodies both, but there is only so much we can do. The Templars have the upper hand. Now, directly after this he says something bigger is approaching, and obviously he's referring to the Solar Flare 2012 plotline thing. But right now, I'm focusing on the Stop the Templars plotline. You know, the story we were all fooled into thinking Desmond would be taking part in. Because he's obviously not taking part in that story, because he's dead as shit. In Assassin's Creed 1, you get introduced to the Assassin Templar War, both in the past and in the present. You learn the Templars are after ancient artifacts called Pieces of Eden, and that if they secure them all, their victory is assured. Now, the Templars have the upper hand and the Assassins are on their last legs, so it seems like a losing battle with no hope. Then it all really starts. Turns out Lucy's an assassin helping out from inside the enemy base, and Desmond has somehow inherited eagle vision from Altair and the Animus due to something they call the bleeding effect. Then AC2 starts, and Lucy ditches her computer skills for kick-ass hand-to-hand moves. And she also ditches her ugly face for her much hotter hot face. She uses the power of Kung Fu to break Desmond out of Abstergo and take him to the secret assassin hideout, where Desmond will learn to harness the bleeding effect to become the ultimate modern-day Templar killing machine. Oh, and, we also meet Rebecca and Sean. Sean Hastings. What a guy. Now, it was at this point in the series that I thought we would start to use the ancestors to find the pieces of Eden before the Templars, and then, slowly collect them in order to eventually defeat the Templars. It looked like Assassin's Creed was becoming some kind of awesome mesh between history, science fiction, and, treasure hunting. Imagine the same epic assassin stories we get in the Animus, but then when you get out of the Animus, the team has to go on some awesome globe-trotting, cave-crawling adventure to get the piece of Eden that our assassin main characters are so fond of hiding. Like some Indiana Jones shit. Now, we actually got a glimpse of what I'm talking about in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood at the very end, when we used Desmond's new parkour abilities to traverse the temple Ezio had left the Apple of Eden in. And it was glorious! But then this happened.
It is done.
Then this happened. More and more with every iteration of Assassin's Creed game, I could see a pattern of the future story getting really slowly fucked. Right in the assassin ass. And I was like, why is this happening? I mean, I was really confused by the choice to off Desmond when so much hype had been built up behind him. He was meant to save the world, then free the world. The Assassin's Creed. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. He was supposed to achieve what his ancestors tried so hard to do, but he only managed to half-ass the job. So now what? Desmond is dead, and the Templars still hold as much control as they always have. I mean, Warren Vidic is dead, but he's just one guy. Cut off one head, two more take its place. Hydra Abstergo does not matter. And you know what? That is exactly what happened. Warren Vidic died. He just got replaced by whoever the hell is in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So, I waited, hoping that in Assassin's Creed 4, we would at least regroup with Rebecca, Sean, and William, and maybe either play as William Miles, because, he could still access the same ancestors as Desmond, or maybe play as a new member of the Assassins, someone who maybe knew either William or Desmond, and I assume most Assassins probably knew William Miles anyway, because he was the Grand Master at the time. I don't see how, though. Could William fight? That's an interesting thing, because he got captured by friggin' Vidic, and I'm pretty sure Vidic can't fight, but whatever. Yeah, so I assumed either maybe we play as William Miles or a new guy who, understands what is at stake. The savior we needed died. Desmond was gone, so someone else had to step up, so, it was only logical that I would think that. But what we actually got in Assassin's Creed 4 was something completely different. Say hello to Abstergo Entertainment. They use the Animus to make video games. What the fuck? Say hello to your new main character. He's a no-name, no-face, first-person employee at Abstergo Entertainment. He is using Desmond's DNA because they found his body in the cave where he died, autopsied him. I assume you know this, you're watching an Assassin's Creed video. And that's how they got his DNA. And no face, no name employee uses Desmond's DNA to access an ancestor, Edward Kenway, and use the footage for a movie. Again, what the fuck is happening? What? When I started this game, I initially thought this was some kind of parallel dimension, that the series I knew had been retconned, because how did I move from saving the world to being at Abstergo Entertainment? If I'm correct, Abstergo Entertainment had not even been mentioned up until this point. I think they made it up specifically for Black Flag. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was just Abstergo Industries up until this point. It wasn't some weird, coy-ass Abstergo Entertainment. So, anyway, I'll reiterate, I thought the series I knew was retconned, but I was wrong. Instead, this waste of a future story, although home to a fantastic game, Black Flag was really good. Although it was home to a fantastic game, it was canon. I had to accept this future story, but thankfully it did add something good, which was the subplot of the sages, which is something that's actually still going on to this point. I don't know if there'll be a sage in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I assume that's what they'll go for again, because they're lazy with the future story, but you know, hopefully it'll be something cool. Assassin's Creed 4 did feature both Rebecca and Sean, but in a very minor roles. The real meat of the story was hidden behind optional activities, and I believe everyone else, you know, including me, could start to see that the future story was getting shafted to the side. The Assassin Templar War of the future was getting a huge middle finger. This was worsened in Assassin's Creed Unity, where you played as a presumably new, no name, no face, main character, working for the Assassins now, but for honestly unexplained reasons. I mean, there was a reason, but I mean, listen to this.
We lifted a media file from Abstergo last month, and the information it contains is astounding. But we won't share these things with just anyone. By pressing play, you'll be joining the Assassins. If you want to fight the Templar menace, if you're willing to save civilization from Abstergo's clutches, press play, sit back, and ready yourself for the truth.
So, you're with the Assassins while a no-name woman who I've never seen before fed you instructions and I guess was trying to goat you into joining the Assassins. It was really weird. I didn't really understand what was going on. And this time the meat of the story was restricted to text only. There weren't really any more videos you could find. You could find communications and reports about events happening outside the Animus, but what was really the point if you couldn't even use the information or see the events for yourself? It honestly appears like the series is headed into a strange place, where they'll put the future story in some kind of autopilot. Basically, you'd play the past, which is the assassin plot, and then only read about what's happening in the future until the end of the series. You'll take no active part in it. That is the direction it seems to be going. That is not fact, that is just the way I am seeing it right now. And that really does scare me if it honestly is going in that direction, because this story used to be the main focus of the series, and at one point, it looked like it would end up being the biggest thing ever. If you read into all the rumors, you'll know by now that Desmond Miles is actually still alive. Bear with me now, I mean, there are people who don't know about this, but it was in a little text document file in Assassin's Creed Unity. You can look it up, but basically he's alive, but only, you know, his mind, only his consciousness, because his body is dead, alright? Now, many people are excited by this, but I don't really see why. I mean, who cares if Desmond's mind is still alive? What the fuck is a Zordon Desmond gonna do about the Assassin Templar War? His body is gone. He is no longer the Chosen One. Hell, he doesn't even have his DNA anymore, because He's virtual now. He's virtual Desmond. Can't even use the damn Animus. With Assassin's Creed Syndicate coming up, I'm crossing my fingers hoping for something better. But with the utter fail that was Assassin's Creed Unity in both its past and present campaigns, my faith in the series is honestly dwindling. Well, that wraps up what I wanted to talk about in this video. If you made it this far and are maybe still wondering what exactly I was trying to get at, I think I ended on a conclusive point, but maybe I didn't. Honestly, this video, you know, it wasn't meant to cement anything. I just wanted to talk about what's been happening in the future story and where it's headed. If you guys would like more Assassin's Creed videos, I'm talking like any topic, honestly. I mean, if you want me to recap something for you, which, you know, that's if you want, or, you know, if you want me to discuss any topic that you find interesting, leave that in the comment section below. I will definitely look at that and do my best to make a video on it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just trying something kind of new. Alright, gamers, have an awesome day. Is that my new outro catchphrase? I don't know, still figuring it out. Goodbye. Holy shit! No! Oh, fuck! Re da Fiorenze. I probably also butchered that name, but it's still better than
Ezio Auditore.
So, to get Ezio's outfit, you're gonna have to be level 13 on the Assassin's Creed Initiates website.